Is Echidna arc the Knuckles arc?
Yeah.
Yes, Joe. Thank you. Hi, welcome to the Roundabout cast, where the Echidna arc is the Knuckles arc. I am your host, Willer, the Echidna.
I am Bradley, a magical twin who lives in a mirror to someone named Brittany.
Oh,
Would
I
that
like
be the
it.
girl version of Bradley?
I guess so.
Brittany?
Yeah.
I'm Joe. I'm a Tails.
You're Miles Prower.
Okay.
Oh,
I
Joe
cannot
Miles
believe
Prower.
Tails' actual name is Miles Prower.
It's so good.
That is kind of cool.
Oh, I'm Tyler, and I'm your most recent parahuman visiting from Earth Bet.
Ooh,
Damn.
all relevant.
All relevant.
Okay.
Wait, I forgot to set my microphone volume on 69.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Otherwise, you'll be too loud.
You're right. I have a loud ass voice.
Booming Bradley over here.
That's what they call me.
Okay. Our topics
we're on
today.
69.
We're going to be talking about some Act Age, because Joe is around where I was when I first did my talk on it, which is one of our most popular videos, so
yeah.
that's good. Joe also finished Steven Universe. We're going to have a Tyler Worm section, and we're going to make Joe sit through it. It's going to be fun.
Oh, fuck.
I'll just play that.
And then we'll do some video game quickies with the time that we have left.
Any quickies?
Joe, why don't you tell us about the manga Act Age? I've talked about this before. Do y'all remember what this is?
I think it was one of our most popular videos, too.
We already said that.
I just said it.
You got points off for your submission.
I was not here for this.
That's true.
That's true.
So Act Age is about a girl named Yonagi Ki, or
Kei.
Kei Yonagi. She's essentially she's a very poor high school student that has two younger siblings, a brother and sister. I can't remember what their names are, but I don't think it really matters. But so she lives alone with them, and she has the ability to become an actor. The problem being is that she can only really act by diving deep into her own emotions and pulling them back up. They have a really good phrase in the arc that I just finished, where it's like you can dive so far deep below the ocean, but you can't pull anything back up, and you need to learn how to do that, which I thought was a great way of explaining how her acting depth goes, and that if you go too far, you can drown yourself.
To simplify things, this is an acting non-battle battle shonen.
Yeah,
manga.
And so far, the worst thing about Act Age is that you get the first 3 chapters on Viz, and then you have to read 42 chapters.
Aww.
Or sorry, there are 6 chapters of Viz. So you have to read 41 chapters online through scanlations.
Shitty scanlations, mind you, not even the good ones.
Yeah.
There's a big barrier of entry to this series, so I'm very excited for when an anime comes out and then people just go through there.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, one hasn't started already.
The problem with Act Age is that there's not a lot of, clearly visual, showcases you can do, like in One Punch Man or in My Hero Academia or things like that. But I think, from what I've read so far, I think this series do really good from having anime, just being able to visualize the difference in changes and kind of scenery and the mood settings.
For example, the scene where they shoot that commercial, I could see that gaining a lot of strength from.
And you can also, and there's so much more you can do.
Or the music video, rather. Yeah. There's a lot you can
what's going on, because I feel like there's a lot of times where they show a close up of someone's face. I'm like, I don't really get anything because it's just a still image.
I don't agree with that at all. I think the art is gorgeous in this, where the art really conveys emotion better than I would say most manga.
I agree, but I feel like it just doesn't pop as much as some other things. It's not like an Oda where things just ugly cry, so you really get the conveyance of just.
They're not ugly crying, but they show some really nuanced emotions with the facial expressions.
Something I'm imagining for the anime would be the JoJo style color changes whenever she goes in and out of character.
Yeah, I can imagine that happening too. But let's see. What are the arcs that have happened so far? There's the initial arc,
the commercial and her getting her footing. There's the Death Island movie.
I think The first few arcs were really good, especially with the commercials, and then Death Island was really good in terms of like her competing. It so really showcased how this battle manga section
It
of it
it
works.
sets up her rival character really well too.
Yeah,
Chiaya or something.
Chiyoko, something like
Chioko.
that.
It's been a
Yeah.
while since I've read. I haven't caught up yet.
Um, that one I really liked. It really showcases that okay, this is how the balancing act you have to do. But like, there's also this point of like where Yonagi, a big part of the conflict is she has to learn how much she has to dive down to pull out. Essentially, like she can't just outstage the every other actor on
Yeah.
screen because she's the background character or like she's the side character for this movie. So I think there's a lot of cool like control aspects that she has to do. Like I can't just go all out. I have to like play my role, my part. That
And
seems to be a
I
big
also
conflict, I
like
feel.
until she becomes more flexible, she has to create backstories for her characters that would make the acting make sense. Like for the commercial, she's like, I have to become the kind of character that would watch a child get killed and not flinch.
Yeah,
So she invents this whole like backstory to herself of what kind of person you would need to be to act like that, which I think is really fascinating. And then she learns other skills as the series goes on to
yeah.
be able to act things that she doesn't understand.
The stage play arc, I think I would have enjoyed a lot more if it didn't have like every other one was like a terrible scanlation kind of thing.
That arc is so good, but it's also right deep in the scanlation hell, which is really
Yeah.
unfortunate. That's my favorite arc, but I gotta concede that the
Thankfully,
scanlation's
like
there.
I got to the climax. Like the climax happens right as you get to the Viz media portions, the official translations. So you're like, oh, everything's a lot more clear now.
The themes are well stated now.
Yes, it's like I understand what's happening. It
Yeah.
took me because like for like the first few chapters, I'm like, what's the conflict here? Why is everyone upset with her? And then we're like, oh, she's not expressing enough emotions, or she's expressing too much nuanced emotions. She needs to express like emotions that you can physically see easier, which I thought was an interesting aspect. She had
It's
to
such a
learn.
cool setting, and like we live in
Yeah,
this world now where non-battle battle manga are the most popular, where
yeah,
Act Age was top 10 best-selling in Jump, as was Promised Neverland and Doctor Stone. So all of these non-battle series are really killing it right now.
yeah. I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying it a lot more since I've been out of that scanlation hell.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna see how it goes so far. I don't think I'm enjoying it as much as you are, but I'm definitely enjoying it a lot more. We're at the current arc now. I think the big thing about the stage play aspect that kind of like that I missed from the original island part was that battle part. There wasn't really that much of like I'm trying to compete with something. It was more of a I
Mm,
needed to be able to do this.
well, she wasn't competing with herself with someone else, but she was competing with herself and the director. The director was a big part, and his storyline was a big part of that arc.
I think so, but I don't think competing is the right word. I think it was just more of a learning to realize like what she needs to do to like it's definitely a self-improvement arc more than a I'm going to prove myself better or going to prove myself to everyone else kind of
Which
deal.
this current arc we're in is 100% that, where
Yeah,
it's very
and
head to head.
I don't know how far you got because she just came down from a mountain.
That's where I left off basically. Okay,
Yeah,
Joe. Let's
yeah,
we'll read together, and when we're both caught up, we'll do a little follow up to this.
yeah. But I've been really enjoying this arc a lot more. I think I like the turnaround where we get two old characters coming back now directly opposed to her now that were and are her friends, but now they are
Also
full on.
rivals.
Yeah. And then we have this other guy come in and he's just like
Just steals the show. Very egotistical kind of
he's very much
actor.
like what Unagi would be if she chose not to cooperate with everyone.
Mm. And
In
yeah,
that
he's still a good actor. So I mean, I'm interested to see more of that guy.
yeah, I'm interested because like my first like thought process here is like this isn't going to go well because this guy is so hard to work with that it's so counterintuitive that she's worked with everyone else because at the end of the day for everyone else she's worked with they've tried to put on a really good show.
Hmm.
You know, this guy seems to be only
More
concerned,
self-absorbed.
more self-absorbed and more focused on like because now what's interesting about this arc is that she's not only competing with these two other players, but she's also directly competing with him,
Which
which
is
I
her
think is
partner.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool like it's a great personality dynamic. And I think it does this is a really great job of like balancing that whole like work relationship and like friendly relationship and rivalries and trying to outdo each other really
The
good.
one thing I don't like about the current arc is that chapter where she almost died, but then
Oh,
the
she falls off.
the
Yeah.
chapter after that where she's like doing quote unquote magic. I thought that was
Yeah.
like fascinating. That was really
Yeah,
good.
it took me a while for what they were trying to get, but when she's like dancing in the fire and she's explaining, it's like okay, she just has to. It's that whole idea of
Mind
because it
over
seems
matter, maybe.
yeah, and it's like the idea the of allowing yourself to get lost in a fantasy world and believing in your fantasy setting that you're in, and not
Mhm.
just kind of it's like the whole idea being that to understand the character that you're in because they're not in of our world, you have to really believe and really get into the world that they are in, or else you're never going to fully understand that character.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
We've got to be like an arc or two behind because it's been a
yeah,
while since
oh
I've
yeah, it's
so
we're at chapter 102, and the next chapter comes out on Sunday. Like that 102 is the current like chapter right now. We're at 71 or
okay,
72.
cool. I'm gonna go
But
back to binging that. I think
yeah,
that's good for this little checkpoint.
yeah.
Again, it's a manga I definitely recommend for Bradley types. I don't think Tyler would like it though, so
Yeah.
it's definitely a Bradley manga.
There's too much character progression, Tyler. That's why.
That's not a hey. Like this is. I don't see anything about this that you would enjoy.
I enjoy acting. I have an
Oh
interest in
shit,
that.
Tyler!
Ta-
Tyler,
Tyler-
really? Okay. It's fun
Oh,
for the
okay.
whole family, the whole
Yeah.
podcast.
I think Tyler would enjoy it. I think
Anyways, when the anime comes out and Tyler's like, "Y'all check out this anime that I just heard about," I'll be like he
Hey,
always does.
none of y'all have still watched Run with the Wind, so
oh, that's true. I need to
That's
watch
true.
it.
I do owe you one. All right.
Mhm.
Um, man, that reminds me. I wanted to watch another anime this week. I started the first episode. I really liked it, and I think Bradley will really like it too.
What is it? Well, we'll just throw it in here.
It's keep your hands off of Izuken.
What's up with that? I just
Oh,
see like
God.
I just see the pictures of the people doing like poses.
Like synopsis of what it's about. So basically, it's about three girls that are trying to start their secret anime club because one of the girls is a fashion star, and her parents do not want her to do any art drawing or anything. They just want her to be a fashion star. But she's really good at character art. The other character is really good at like landscaping and world building, and so together they combine forces to like try to make their own anime world. And the third girl, she's just in it for the money, and she's like their financer. She's basically the producer and like finding the finances and trying to figure things
Mhm.
out. I've only watched one episode, but
They're making
it-
anime,
yeah, they're like anime girls. They just
but
they want
they're making anime.
they're high school girls, but they want to make their own anime. So they're like drawing concept art and everything for it.
Okay. Well, I hope
Yeah.
they reach out to a studio because three people cannot make a goddamn
Right,
anime.
Well, yeah, this is one episode.
Okay, cool.
Newgrounds would beg to differ.
Well, fair enough.
I'll watch more of it, but I think the art style is very much up Bradley's style and the way that everything moves. It's pretty funny. I love the opening to it. But I'm gonna
I
look
keep
into it
hearing
more.
about this opening.
Yeah, the opening. I'll post it. I think I posted it one day. But it's made by. I think it's made by the guy that did and Crybaby, the Netflix one.
Wow. Oh,
Netflix.
that's weird. That's a weird mix.
So there's two animes. This is maybe derailing a little bit, but there's two.
Derailing's fun. We got to derail more, to be honest.
There's two animes on Netflix right now. One of them I tried to watch, and I just generally don't think it's actually too funny. But the concept is, it's called Backstreet Girls Goku Dolls.
Oh god.
And this undercover boss makes three of his like stooges as punishment to undergo sex changes to become K-pop idols.
Oh, that seems problematic.
And you have these really popular K-pop girls or J-pop girls, but they're all like mobsters. So whenever they're off stage, they're like spreading their legs out, drinking and smoking like just terrible human beings.
Jesus. That's terrible.
And yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I looked at this guy. He's Masaka Uesa, and he's done Space Dandy, Adventure Time, Devilman Crybaby. He also worked on Samurai Champloo.
Is
Nice.
what did he? Is he the Is he the director? What is he?
Director of Keep Your Hands Off Isaacin, the director
Okay.
of Devilman Crybaby.
Gotcha.
He directed and wrote and storyboarded some Adventure Time stuff. What was it? There was another one here. For Space Sandy, he was a director, writer, animation supervisor, and storyboard artist.
Prolific man. Okay, good pedigree.
But yeah, I posted the opening. But Keep Your Hands on Isaacin. I watched one episode before I went out with Tyler. I'm like, man, I really like this. This is cute and charming. I want to see more of it.
Yeah,
it's really well animated.
This is good for anime. We'll come back to Act Age when we finish this arc, and we'll probably come back to Isaacin if more of us watch it, which I bet we will. All right.
Wait, hold on.
Wait. There's more.
Just 2 more quickies.
Okay.
Get it in there.
Another thing. Apparently, it's pretty popular. It's called Pop Team Epic.
Oh, you haven't heard of Pop Team Epic till now?
I just saw it for the first time.
Oh.
And this anime, it's these cute little girls with all deep, manly JoJo voices, and it's weird.
Don't their voice actors change every episode? I think.
I don't even know. Honestly, I watched the trailer. And then there's Psyche K. I like that show.
I hear really good things about Psyche K.
That's it. That's all I wanted to talk about anime. If I say anything today, Psyche K pretty aight.
Hey, Bradley, throw something in there. We've all said things.
Everybody watch Lucky Star.
Oh my god, we're getting back to high school Bradley. Do you still like Lucky Star these days, Bradley?
I like to rewatch it, mostly probably for nostalgia.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, that's just okay. That's the second season. I thought they announced another season in Konosuba and they didn't.
Fuck!
I was about to be really excited.
It's just Konosuba 2, but I think that's just season 2. It is.
Speaking of anime coming out, next week we have Castlevania to binge watch.
That's true. Let's do it.
Speaking of streaming services.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
This episode brought to you by Crunchyroll.
Yeah. The final season of Clone Wars is streaming on Disney Plus. The next episode for it comes out tomorrow. So I'll have to talk about Clone Wars at one point. It's probably the best Star Wars media that's out there by far.
God damn.
I don't think anyone would ever try to argue with me on that. It's so good. Like, I think if you want to like Star Wars, that's the show you watch, because that shows you everything that I love about Star Wars in that whole series.
That or Mandalorian? You got to pick one. Which one?
Clone Wars.
Wow. I hear Clone Wars has boring episodes that people recommend you skip.
Yeah, you just skip it. Because
whose man's?
Name a show that doesn't.
It's an anthology series, so all of the episodes can basically stay on its own, except for a few arcs every now and then.
Yeah.
So you can jump around. You can go it's not even done in chronological order. The first episode takes place in season 4, episode 4, I think, and then you have to watch the movie, which is blah, and then you could start season 1.
Oh, definitely sounds like the best Star Wars. Uneven, mixed, kind of shitty in places, kind of cool in other places. That's Star Wars, all right.
Season 1 is rough because they had a low animation budget, and you can really tell that they only were able to render half the episodes fully, which I think is really funny. But once you get past season 1, everything is just easy breezy good. It's really awesome, and some classic Star Wars stuff that came from that show, I feel.
All right, save it for your talk in the future.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways,
we are done with this segment now.